Hey everybody, Wheel Fix here. Got another video for you today. Have you ever forgot why you're in XRP? Well, I'm sure you haven't, but sometimes we stare at price so much we can be so disappointed we can lose hope. Like we see, everybody expected us to have a better rally out of the case being dropped now that the case is over. The only part of the case left over would be Ripple against the SEC. Well, so Ripple's not in any threat. There can only be an advantage extracted from that. It'll either stay the same or they'll get an advantage. So it's irrelevant that they want to pursue the SEC as far as the asset's concerned. So what are we waiting on? Well, now we're just waiting on regulations. And so it's good to go over why you have an asset. This is a very valuable asset. It's going to change the way the world does finance. Its speed and its utility is fantastic. It's amazing. It's revolutionary. And the whole entire finance world is changing over to digital finance. Period. That is going to happen. That is the handwriting's on the wall, and it's happened in many industries or many parts of the industry already. So the whole world's going to be shifting. XRP is going to have the biggest piece of that action just because they already have tons of agreements, tons of companies, and probably we're going to get released too. If you thought about this, the MDAs that were signed because of the lawsuit, well, now it can be released. Maybe we'll start seeing some of the 1,700 companies that have made partnerships with XRP and Ripple. So that would be interesting, and that would be some fun, positive news to get a hold of. So I'm hoping that we'll start to see that. So I saw an article that really, just boosted me up some. I thought I would share that. So that's what we're going to get into today. Here's look at this 20-second decent wallet ad, then we're going to get right to the content. Are you looking for a secure way to store your digital assets? Let me introduce you to the Decent Wallet. It has biometric authentication for cold storage. It's easily to store your XRP, XDC, HBAR, and 3,800 other tokens. Get peace of mind with the Decent Wallet. Your keys, your control, always safe. Order now and get free shipping. Today I want to review this article Vincent Van Code put out. Sign up to his channel, follow him on X. He puts out some good stuff. People don't really get what problem XRP and Ripple are solving. This is because the crypto industry is broken. People follow shillers, pump news, and fake ideology. I have never been a supporter of crypto in the sense that arbitrarily assigning value to something other than a banknote is dangerous. The stick it to the government mob truly lack understanding of a national monetary policy. Fractional reserve banking, which they claim is evil, is the very reason why your country is prosperous. But to me, sorry about that. But to me, XRP is solving a problem. I have used and coded lots of stuff with XRPL, including POS, privacy solutions. Sorry, I can't say which ones to preserve my anonymity. For me, it is absolutely fantastic, high performance, and safe. It is purpose-built, native blockchain. The token itself is just 10% of the value proposition. That is why I laugh when people have debates of BTC versus XRP. There is no debate. When it comes to cross-border multi-asset conversion and transmission. Below is a simple table of difference to SWIFT, but when you read it and see convert from X to X, remember it means this is mainly done on the XRPL, either via DEX or liquidity provided by AMM/LP. It's all native and decentralized. If you haven't deep dived the technology for your own learning, I urge you to have a chat with AI e.g. Grok or ChatGPT, and start by asking it, in terms of cross-border payments and Forex, what advantages are there of a global bridge currency like XRP? We're going to do just that. So here, I asked Grok that same exact question. Here's what came up. A global bridge currency like XRP offers several advantages for cross-border payments and foreign exchange Forex, primarily by addressing inefficiencies in traditional systems. Here's a breakdown of the key benefits. Now, if you ask yourself, why is he going over this? It's because this is the reasons why I am in XRP. It's solved huge problems. It's going to solve and has solved a problem that the world has. And so when regulations are passed, this is what banks and institutions are already set to use, and is why we're going to have a drastic increase in price. And we only have that one hurdle that Donald Trump said he would have regulations passed in the first 100 days. That date's coming up. So hopefully he'll do that. But anyway, let's continue. The speed of transactions. Traditional cross-border payments, often facilitated through systems like SWIFT, can take days to settle. I don't need to read all of that. You know, XRP takes 3 to 5 seconds. Then you talk cost efficiency. Conventional Forex and cross-border payment system involve high fees, including intermediary bank charges, currency conversion costs, and operational overheads. XRP minimizes these by acting as a bridge between the two currencies, reducing the need for multiple conversions or pre-funded accounts in different jurisdictions. And you guys know the Vostro Nostro accounts that hold tons of money of all different currencies where banks go ahead and swap for a fee. Well, that won't be necessary with XRP because you send from point A to point B. When point B gets the XRP, they can sell it for their own currency. No exchange is needed. No fees for currency exchange is needed. Liquidity improvement. In Forex markets, liquidity can be a challenge, especially for less traded currency pairs. XRP serves as a universal intermediary, allowing a sender to convert their local currency into XRP and the recipient to cover XRP into their local currency. This eliminates the need for banks or payment providers to hold large reserve of various currencies, freeing up capital and enhancing liquidity. Reduced intermediaries. Traditional cross-border payments often involve a chain of banks and clearinghouses, each adding complexity and cost. XRP streamlines the process by enabling direct transfers between parties, cutting out unnecessary middlemen and reducing points of failure and delay. Transparency and predictability. XRP transactions are recorded on a public decentralized ledger, providing visibility and traceability. This contrasts with the opaque nature of some traditional systems where fees and exchange rates can be unpredictable, can vary unpredictably. The XRP costs and settlement times are more consistent and predictable. Frictionless currency exchange. In Forex, exchange in currencies often requires navigating bid-ask spreads and market volatility. XRP acts as a stable bridge, potentially reducing exposure to exchange rate fluctuation during the transaction process, especially for rapid transfers. And lastly, scalability. The XRP ledger can handle high transaction volumes, up to 1,500 transactions per second, with the potential for future scaling. This makes it suitable for global adoption, unlike some traditional systems that struggle with capacity during peak demand. And then finally, in practice, XRP's design aligns with the needs of financial institutions and remittance providers, as seen in its adoption by companies like Ripple for solutions like RippleNet. However, its effectiveness depends on widespread acceptance, regulatory clarity, and integration into existing financial infrastructures. While it's not a panacea competing solution like stablecoins or central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, also via the space, XRP's focus on speed, cost, and liquidity make it a compelling option for modernizing cross-border payments and Forex. So that system's going to get replaced by XRP for all of those obvious reasons. Finally, let's look at the graphic he attached to his article. So the SWIFT system, which is fiat to fiat, settlement time 1 to 5 days. XRP bridge, it says 5 seconds here. That's adding in a few, because normally we see 1 to 3 seconds, but okay, so 1 to 5 days to 5 seconds. Which will a bank prefer? Fees $10 to $50 plus, and it's much more. It's generally a percentage. So if you're moving $1 billion, it can be a fortune. XRP 0.01 minor FX fees. Liquidity requirement. You have to have nostro accounts, which is only some of the huge banks. That's why all the other banks have to use those big banks in order to do the transfer, complicating the process and having several handoffs before it gets to its destination. But with XRP, it's on demand via the exchanges. Transparency, it's opaque or low, like the article said, opaque. It's low, but it's high for the public ledger. Availability, 24/7? No, you don't have that with the SWIFT system. Yes, you have it with XRP. And then here, the intermediaries. There's multiple, and then with XRP, it's just direct to the exchanges instead of having a selection to choose from. It's just already ready to go, ready and present, and accounted for. So there you have it. That's some of the main reasons we're in XRP. It solves a massive problem. And the pool of XRP that's available for this particular use keeps getting shrunk, which means the price will have to be greater to handle the same amount of money. If you have X amount of coins handling X amount of money, and then you shrink the number of coins, stands to reason that the coins are going to have to be worth more to accommodate the exact same amount of money. And with 17 ETFs being applied for, and the multiple other things, the big holders of XRP and all of the things that we can add up of coin that's not available, just like all of the escrow is not available. There's many of it in a 40-month lockup. There's tons of it locked up. So the availability is what's available on exchanges, which is, I believe, 7 to 8 billion coins. And then what's in a reserve ready to go, free to be used in the XRP, in the escrow account of Ripple, is about the same amount. So that's a very limited amount of funds. Hey, it's fun to look at XRP and see why we're in this. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this. I would love to see a good thumbs up. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to quickly show what I showed yesterday. If you're interested in trading futures, here's a quick lesson on futures trading and how you can earn good returns with a little bit of money. You can start off with as little as just a couple $100 and start making great profits right away. So let's check that out real fast. None of this is financial advice, but I wanted to show you how to place a trade in futures, perpetual futures, so there's no date problems. You know, if you look on Coinbase, you can buy those that are dated, kind of like option contracts. This isn't that. This is perpetual. In other words, I can open a position, and if I believe XRP is going to be higher than it is now, eventually, then I can safely open up a position for pennies on the dollar to represent a certain amount of XRP. So we're looking at XRP USDT trading pair. Here's a live chart. This is today at 7:02 p.m. But say I wanted to trade in the volatility. So what I have chosen here is the 1 hour chart. Okay, so this is the 1 hour chart, as you see here, and I'm going to select this and I'm going to draw across the tops of these and going to do what's called a channel. So let's draw the channel. Okay, now we're going to draw another one across the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you see the idea, right? You see the idea. So what does this tell me? Well, this tells me right now it's at the top of this channel. If it follows suit, then it's going to go from here down here somewhere, and then before it reverses and goes back up. Looks like the trend is downwards. So, but let's say I'm going to try to trade inside. I say try because there's always risk involved. Say I'm going to try to trade inside of this particular channel. So I want to open up a short position because of where it's at now. Okay, so I go over here. This is in short. I got it. That's on 9x. Let's increase that to 10. So I take a 10x position. I don't guess I saved it. Confirm. There we go. So we got a 10x position. I've selected market, but you could place a limit order and set the price. But here's a market order. And let's say I've put $500 in and I'm going to buy a quantity of 1,000 XRP, and it's not actual purchase of 1,000 XRP, but this contract will represent 1,000 times 10 in how much profit or loss it is occurring. So let's check this out. So let me open up a short. So now I simply click open a short. And you can see it's populated down here that I've opened up a short position of 1,000 XRP with the average price of 238, and there's my profit and loss. It's going down right now, so we're losing. That's probably the fees that were charged. Also, if you KYC your order, then when you sign up, if you KYC, they're going to give you 30 USDT. And you can easily earn 100. I've earned a couple thousand. You can easily earn enough to cover the fees on that end. Okay, but this is the one you want to look at. When this estimated liquidation price, when this estimated price is reached, your position may be liquidated. This price is calculated based on the position margin. That's the leftover money that's left over from your purchase. Say you put in $500. Well, let's say we use 238. Well, there's 238 more dollars, or there's the balance of 238 and 500 in the scenario that we've given you, that if it started going the opposite direction and lost that much, this would end up populating a price for you. So since this is a short, this would be a price higher than 238. So it might say 260 something. Okay, and so if this was a long position, then it would be a lower position, right? So lower than your price. And let me show you how that looks like. We got everything populated. I'm going to open up a second position, 1,000, and I'm going to open up a long. So we got still a 10x. It's going to be market order, open up a long. So now this is a long position. So when this populates estimated liquidation price, it's going to show you the price, like let's say it shows $2.10, and you're like, man, I don't like that. Well, then you can change your position by moving. Let's say you want to go 9x. You go down some to decrease the amount spent on the position, and that increases the other side, the liquidity available for it to use before it goes down. And that's if you want to be able to sleep at night. If you're doing a trade where you're just going to make, a lot of people just make $10, $15 a trade trading within the channel, and then they'll trade again and let it reverse, and they sit there and play with it for several hours and just make money as they're playing within the channel. So you can do that or do others. I just thought I would give you a quick look at that. Go ahead and scan that image and get the link and go ahead and get signed up and start experimenting for yourself. I'm not giving you financial advice, but it is fun. You don't have to use $500. You can use less than that. That's just the example I was given. Hope you guys like this content. I'll see you next video.